The only way to keep up, otherwise get swept up under the rug like kids who clean their room in a hurry. Blurry vision is what you get when you consume too much liquor. Quicker flows is what you need to be on my level. If the treble and bass ain't right, fix it, stop being lazy. Better days will come if you get off your gluteus and act like your duty is to serve the people. Fair and equal opportunity we're supposed to have, but we don't. But I'm not letting that shit stop me. You caught me with a little help with a floppy disk. Information is stored, gas is floored as we enter in the wordplay.
Wordplay. In wordplay, there's always something to despise. In wordplay, there's always something in disguise. Hiding behind the lies, hiding behind the demise that's not needed in a human being's movements. Proceed through the liver of life's the creed that's either deceived or despised. Is likewise, or can a clock in a chain reaction of time? In a lock only judgment can crack. The prophet's words are to knock on him and hers doors, opening the rapture mourns in sickness of who may forgive the lifestyle. In the short trials and trips, my full miles I'll give and let live. The system take our shifts of moves to swing, and the pendulums bring to wild ride and cling on to. That's why the struggle upon you, but minds that do what they do, step prompt to this poetry that stop rock, this wordplay to a virtue. So can you really listen to wordplay?
Connect words like they connect violence to hip-hop. They're trying to silence a voice that can't be stopped. We speak in a dialect unorthodox. Crops are bought for motivation and elevation from the level-headed. Double of bass embedded, written scriptures, recited songs intended for reasons unknown. Microphones, drum hits was the only thing that showed me any interest. So I shifted into the process while the rest went elsewhere. Too scared to play with syllables, their group slowly turned to individuals with weak lyrical content. Spent my high school hours trying to perfect this shit and get rid of this nonsense that plagues the nation. This vague interpretation of hell called the record industry, where most these so-called dope MCs with no wordplay involved in their rhyme structure. A structure view they blow up from the press for trying to be who they could not be. Lyrically drained of all the speech provided, they relied on A&Rs to find someone to write their lyric. Sent them to studios who didn't want to hear it. Whackness in its purest form. Uncut, hard-headed drunk screaming on the microphone, stuck in some so-called zone of clone fashion supporters who rhyme off the dome and throw the whole purpose off track, making me not want to come back. But I did it anyway due to the fact there was beats being made by my homies from the middle grade educational system, where the wordplay was established and a dimension was born. Wordplay.
Exerting lyrical structure, activating thoughts to release upon the rupture of pure worded emotion, creating spiritual actions placed between bars of rhythm, put together to release to the devotion, to an art that has been abused and torn apart. Musically set afar from the normal, producer poets, speaking our minds, seeing the lines, rhythm and how we find the message given, then combine all that on top of our music. Can't deny our formulas and how we use it. Forever to improve this with no boundaries. I escape into the rhythm, letting out what I feel. To reveal lyrical clarity, forgetting about society apparently unable to understand equality. And my formality of summing up idea equations, progressively achieving through time and patience. Looking past it and putting it down on paper to make sure every word mentioned is true. Factual meaning, wording proof. Wordplay. Time against the world against itself, captured in fragments of seconds while the future is doubt. The present is found throughout time, days within nights, in a repetitive cycle of life.
Sands from the hourglass fall into an abyss filled with a mysterious darkness that can coexist with societies, civilized and uncivilized, people's ways of living through a disguise which is given by the earth we walk on and live in, feeding to the flesh, desiring a pure life of sinning, giving into the negative force which is winning and achieving the goal of using the earth and the universe as a filter that time has passed through, consequently affecting the way people think, act, and rule. Just because a decision may not affect you or your life, it does affect the world that we live in, the world that was given, a world that will most likely be destroyed by the people who live and breathe in it.
Time against the world against itself, captured in fragments of seconds while the future is doubt. The present is found throughout time, days within nights, in a repetitive cycle of life.
Advancements to placements, a dialogue with a tracements, a form unorthodox arrangements, and strange dates to the conclusion of the epilogue to face us. Displacements of an alter ego left in single currents, in cursive, in speech, to face us, above us, below us, an exodus beyond text, generations, decades, cascades of slaves, engraved, imprinted in these ways of time, of mind, of body, of soul, a goal to advance in place to face the challenge of dialogue, to reach an epilogue which its stepping stones may break, left in heavy smogs of danger, and these strange days only get stranger with anger and hate, with burden and fate, encased by fences and gates to learn and earn a living, from giving, receiving, loving, believing, but open up your eyes and seeing an orthodox way to retrieving a life, a slice of bliss. What a way to see all this, man, what a way to see all this. Advancements to placements, a dialogue with a tracements, a form unorthodox arrangements, and strange dates to the conclusion of the epilogue to face us.
I can find new ways to motivate them.
What we see is what we follow. Could it be that your mind is hollow? Never seen each one as its own creation. What we see is what we follow. Could it be that your mind is hollow? Never seen each one as its own creation. We've seen it from the angle intended, developed in life's organics. We believed it was a purpose for us to intertwine. Once again, from tones of the wind to our necks that can connect with extremities in our divergence with effortless masterpieces, so to speak. We think with laser-like quickness, but react with the surroundings that are presented as they pass. It gets fermented inside the subconscious. We script with knowledge that was installed above all the nonsense, stuck in the pitfalls, lost in the labyrinth, confused by the reflections down
fears and mirrors and unclear outlooks. We overlook the surface and gaze intoxicated, searching for substance in this fabricated society. We quietly manufactured massive amounts, much more than practice. Actions were heard more clear than mere spoken word. Scripted down, analyze the path we decided to create with careful contemplation, precise movements in a perfectly timed second coming, revitalizing an ever-growing organization derived from the sky's everlasting consistency in our time placement. Marketed cemented squares, ageless mind states reinvented as their own creations. In one faceless body by the name of music, trueness and expression of the thoughts that are channeled through us.
Following what is known, and I mentally see what could be the past, present, and future. To master one's mind, it's able to combine one's talent within, beginning the process of construction, developing characteristics in a form of style, linguistics, connection like a microcosm, filling us with violent decibels.
Yo. Ha! Chill out. Relax. Let the beat creep into your ear. Chill out. A lyrical high. Don't even wonder why. Sit back and relax. Listen with intensity. Maybe I can reach a part of your brain that's sensitive, but just sit back and relax. Listen with intensity. Maybe I can reach a part of your brain that's sensitive, but sit back and relax. Grab a chair. Listen with intensity. Maybe I can reach a part of your brain that's sensitive, but sit back and relax. Listen with intensity. Have another drink and maybe then you'll be feeling it. It's not an East Coast feel, it's not a West Coast feel. It's not a South Side, North Side, or Southwest feel. It's not a bi-coastal feel, it's not a European feel. It's not a Japanese feel, it's just Yvonne's skill with Kalik and Necron on production. In the discussion, I told you I don't have to worry about destruction. My lyrics cause a concussion to those who aren't ready to be lifted out their seat when they hear the beat. Let the music take you to wherever you wanna go. Maybe that's stranded in the beach, maybe that's chilling in the snow. See, what you like is what you like, just as long as you don't bite. My lyrics you can recite, just don't say they're yours. It's that simple, or get popped like a pimple, or better yet a cherry, strawberry flavored. I'm your savior, I know what you thinking. Hip-hop has abandoned us. Nah, the mic just got put back in the hand of a man you trust. E to the dash F-O-N blends perfectly. Hip-hop locked inside my heart, couldn't remove surgically. It's an urgency that you listen to my record or get rejected like the Kimbe holds it down. Dimension music sound. My lyrics and beats you never come close to. I'm rapping like the way I'm supposed to. Don't make me fire the grill and roast you. I'll make a mockery of anything and everything your life has ever stood for. So just sit back and relax. Listen with intensity. Maybe I can reach a part of your brain that's sensitive, but sit back and relax. Listen with intensity. Maybe I can reach a part of your brain that's sensitive, so just sit back and relax. Listen with intensity. Maybe I can reach a part of your brain that's sensitive, but sit back and relax. Listen with intensity. Smoke another joint and maybe then
with such rate and flowing in their motion towards the place we need to be, a plateau perfectly constructed, wordplay conducted by five brains the same in one oddly shaped frame of tightly pieced together works of art to maintain the now, prepare for the future, remember the start.
Alignment and sequence, perfect time and refinement of our minds to equipment, performing what we find as we move along, combining lines of sonic notation from a sense of morality, showing notification of reality, implicating what we're demonstrating that others are waiting, left behind because time waits for no one, using ours as an early advance to manage our music, coming together finally to use it as a whole. There was meaning from the start, musicians with control.
I believe that things happen for a reason. I also believe seasons change because they have to. See, life is a gift and you better take advantage. Whether you have no wealth or good health, do for self.
We're merely a piece in society's seat, so I sit and look past it. We're merely a piece in society's seat, so I sit and look past it.
Look past and see, cause it could vanish. Grab a hold of reality or else you shall perish. Inhale it or
you can release it.
Look past and see, cause it could vanish. Grab a hold of reality, else it shall perish. How long will you last or manage? Looking past what you see physically, a team meant for longevity, can't deny it spiritually, intertwining realities while you're mentally lost. Some folks little hopeless efforts, evading what's extracting you from being you, seeing through the internal. Grab a hold of yourself before you perish into confusion. There's no way back, once the fusion is submitted for you to be fitted in society. See, I look past it while you wait to meet fate. Face to face where reality meets your soul tastes in a time capsule embodiment. You can hate or relate, inhale it or release it. You may be dissing, but can you really listen to the sound of our own? Can you manage the way we increase it? Provided by what is known through these days and nights, with the keen insight on universal views, with meaning making our lives to correspond with words we write. Never taking time for granted, because the never-ending creation will take organized noise in our solar system beyond the barrier of our existence. We're only developing, so never doubt our persistence.
Look past and see, cause it could vanish. Grab a hold of reality or else you shall perish. Inhale it or you can release it.
Perceiving past the point of perspective, naked eyesight is capable of viewing. From a distance we're watching like the hawk circle, leaning, waiting, inventing complex collections, unperishable in this surreality, uncomparable with the abnormal practices inside this state of creation we manage to obtain. Inhaling the omnipotent essence, preserving by observing and being aware of its presence, testaments and predicted events sent and inflicted to build the present districts, being dictated only to be destroyed for the way it was played out in the final scene. Releasing all actions decoded, seeing all reactions slowly take place, unfolded and encased in eternity. Whether it be glorious or the opposite, we got this shit inside. Nothing derived from the outside, just what was realized as the truth spoken to produce. We utilize what was induced, not to look back, but pass and shoot for as far as the mental can imagine. In this vast majority of memorization and arrangement, soulfully brushed and blended together to crush any weapon formed against us.
Look past the sea, cause it could vanish. Grab a hold of reality, or else it shall perish. How long will you last or manage? We're merely a piece in society's seat, so I sit and look past it.
Staring out the window awkwardly, like if I just seen something out of the corner of my eye taunting me, reaching out to me, pulling me closer and closer to the window, slowly taking deep breaths as the wind blows, calmly whispering my name. The darkness in my shadow clearly reflects mankind's shame, and even though I take notice to this, I still don't point my finger at society to blame, because I take responsibility for every single move that I'll make, trying to look past the hate, trying to do more than just pass the gate. In my lifeless body, my soul creates and brings my physical to life from head to toe, in immediate uncomfortable silence, which quickly turns into a loud lightning crash of violence, madness and chaos, crimson halos, demons, witches and angels, the serpent waiting at the end of the rainbow where they say happiness is found, but it's not.
Look past the sea, cause it could vanish. Grab a hold of reality, or else it shall perish. How long will you last or manage?
I inhale with an exhale to coat this tale while walking on the lines, the confines all twisted and meshed together with imprints of one who will sin or bless. He will make the point or put it to a test. He will take nothing less, and every one of his questions will have to be guessed. The infinite one is you, to look past and through society's views, or through a kaleidoscope of controlled feelings. They just keep on reeling and reeling. The people's eyes are so appealing, so they keep building and building off their money makers, leading the flock of paper chasers to their deemed demands. So what can one do? Use his mind or his hands in a way of civilized slavery that was planned and dished out to this golden land. Try to stand on top, but to them we're just a drop of sand, just a little bit in a balanced chaos. What can I do but sit and look past it?
We're merely a piece in society's seat, so I sit and look past it.